Hey Sachin, thank you very much for joining us today. Appreciate you taking the time.
Absolutely, Mark. Great to be here.
Yeah. So one of the things that we definitely saw or seeing with remote work is in the past, you and I have kind of struggled and watched, executives have been reluctant to really buoy or support work from home initiatives across the company. Even though the top benefits of VDI and desktop as a service are improved security, better IT operational, really process, and even kind of improved cost savings and time savings. So it's interesting to watch what has happened in the past with executives being kind of reluctant to support where they may be reacting today. Are you seeing a change in their behavior?
We are seeing a change, and I think it's just a forcing function nowadays. I've lived through years and years of trying to dispel the myths of why use VDI and DAS. And I'm not here to say that it is for everyone, but there are some certain great use cases that virtual desktop infrastructure, published applications, desktops, and apps as a service can provide. And I think it's never been more relevant than today. We are dispelling those myths where now all of a sudden the majority of your workforce is having to be remotely working from their homes, and they need to be enabled just with simple technology to get access back to corporate resources. And we think that one of those technologies is VDI and DAS for access to any app on any device from anywhere. It is truly coming to focus now, and a lot of it's relying on technology that we hope that our customers can take advantage of through VMware.
So you're telling me this is actually the year of VDI?
I think we joked about that a lot in the past.
Oh my
It
goodness.
is. It's never been more evident than it is today on how easy it could be potentially to do that without compromising on not only security, but also enabling a great user experience. I think we've come leaps and bounds as an industry with what folks may have looked at as far as VDI was concerned 5 years ago compared to now, especially with this new demand of desktop as a service really popping up.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, I really do believe, and we do joke that this is the year of VDI under unfortunate circumstances, but it's great from the perspective it calls attention to the technology works, right? The user experience works. I mean, when I take and use a smartphone and access a full Windows desktop and it's completely transparent and works well, I mean, that surprised people, but now people are going to start looking at it and say, wow, I can enable a full experience to all my applications, to all my data in a secure manner, and enable people to work, not necessarily tied down to a desktop or laptop where they have more flexibility in the way they work.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you make a great case for yourself, Mark, as just even an end user.
Yeah.
And I think we're seeing that everywhere. It's never been more evident than it is nowadays for taking advantage of technology like this. As long as you also have those underlying components of your, enabling your people, your culture is starting to become and evolving more around working from anywhere and thinking about this long term, and also have to have the processes in place.
I really think that VDI and desktop as a service really going to play an important part in the way people react today and how they ultimately kind of rebuild for the future.
Absolutely agree. It'd be great to hop back on in a 6 month span to see, hey, what's the
Yeah,
difference between then and now.
good deal. Sachin, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark.